Hello there! In the last video, I went through a bunch of the Star Wars action figures, both Black Series and Vintage Collection, that I found at a recent QuadCon toy show in central Minnesota. Well, even though I showed you quite a bit, I didn't show you everything. So let's take care of that right now. You older collectors might remember back in 1996, there was a book that came out called Shadows of the Empire. And in fact, this was a big event because not only was there a book, well, I should say books, but there were action figures, there were vehicles, there was a video game, there was a soundtrack, there was everything except for a movie. Yeah, it was kind of strange in that regard, but it was still fun. I grabbed everything I could find, but I still missed a few things because I didn't see it all. Maybe someday, well, last spring when I was at QuadCon, I did see a Shadows of the Empire figure for sale at one of the booths. And yeah, I already had it, but I couldn't pass it up. And it is Prince Xizor. He's basically the main villain of the book. And this was as you can see, this is in really good shape. I couldn't pass it up. And it was on a table that had a whole bunch of action figures. And basically it said $5 each or 3 for 10 bucks. So, of course, I picked up more than one. So basically I got this figure for about $3.33. That was cheap enough. Granted, yeah, I've got it. Who cares? For $3.33, it's going to get added again to my collection. Now, I have been promising for a couple videos that I'm going to find my Shadows of the Empire collection someday and show it to you. Well, I still haven't found it. But if you remember a few videos back too, I did buy a second Shadows of the Empire 2-pack comic pack. In fact, I got both of them. So we got one with Darth Vader and Xizor, and one with Boba Fett and IG-88, which was significant in the story of the book. In fact, these two were very good as adversaries, along with these two. So yeah, 2 good battle scenes in the book. Now, when I was at QuadCon here the other week, I picked up a few more action figures. Now, I think I already have these. I'm pretty sure that I already have these figures. It was 3 of them that I picked up. But I also was able to find a vehicle that I never was able to find in the stores. So you're gonna like this when I see this. So which 3 figures did I find? Well, the first one is Luke Skywalker in an Imperial Guard disguise. Yes, because they had to disguise themselves to get closer to Prince Xizor in the book. Well, if we look at this figure, you can see, first of all, he does have a removable helmet, and he has the vibro staff, and a really good armor for the Imperial Guard disguise. It is a really good likeness of Luke Skywalker there. For that time period, that was kind of what the face looked like with the action figures at that time. And as you can see, the card, once again, is in really good shape. It isn't really bent out of shape. A little bit of warping, but not bad. And the bubble is still very well attached to the card. So not bad for being 18 years old. So that's the first one. The second one is Chewbacca in Bounty Hunter disguise. As we can see, this is not your typical Chewbacca. Not only is he in Bounty Hunter disguise, but he has a vibro axe and a heavy blaster rifle. So 2 really cool accessories. And you just gotta love the haircut that he's got here. That kind of crew cut that makes Chewbacca look really menacing here. I do have him already, but I'm glad I got a second one just because that is a great Chewbacca figure. Now the third one I have is Princess Leia, but this is Princess Leia in her Boushh disguise. And as we can see with this one, it is similar to other Princess Leia's that we've seen in the Boushh disguise, but it is a really well done figure. She does come with a blaster rifle and a removable bounty hunter helmet. I always like it when they come with removable helmets. It makes the playability a little more fun for the kids, and I think that really adds to it. Now, if we look at the back of this card, we can see all the different action figures that a person could get at that time. There was basically 7 single action figures you could buy between Chewbacca and Prince Shizor, Dash Rendar, which is kind of the Han Solo of the story. Then we got Luke Skywalker, Han Solo and Carbonite, Princess Leia, and Luke Skywalker Jedi Knight. Then we also had the 2 comic packs. We had a few different small vehicle type things like a sports skiff and a flight pack and a stormtrooper and a crowd control. But then we had 2 ships, the Rebel Snow Speeder and Dash Rendar's Outrigger. And the Outrigger I never saw in the stores. Well, when I was at QuadCon this fall, I finally got it. I found Dash Rendar's Outrider. And boy, am I glad I got this. But I almost didn't buy it. And why not? Well, I discovered the box had already been opened. It is not a sealed shut box. And of course, you know me. I like my stuff sealed. But the guy was able to knock a little bit off the price because I don't think he realized either that it was opened already. And he did open it when we were there, and I'm going to open it now. Yes, I am going to open something of my collection. But before I open it, I just want to show you what the ship looks like. It is a little bit like the Millennium Falcon because it is made in Corellia, the same place where the Millennium Falcon was, the same planet, but probably a little bit smaller than the Millennium Falcon, a little different type of shape. And one thing that is really nifty with this is the center portion can turn 90 degrees. And there you can see a little better of how that can turn. And does this actually turn in here? We're going to find that out because I believe it does. In fact, when we look at the little picture here, we can see that it does. So let's take this out and actually take a look at it and see what this Outrigger looks like. Okay, well, got a little bit of paperwork here. And first of all, we have a description of the ship to show you what all the different parts are and so forth. On the back, it looks like assembly instructions. So it looks like we have a little bit to assemble with this one, which is to be expected. It looks like we have a sheet of stickers, and yes, whoever owned it before already put the stickers on the Outrider. So don't have to worry about doing that, I guess. Now, let's find out what this ship actually looks like, and hopefully, I didn't open it yet until just now, so you're watching this being opened by me for the first time. So, here we have the Outrigger ship. This looks like the top, because just like the Millennium Falcon, we got the little power pods up there. We have a turning gunner on both the top and the bottom, which is kind of neat. We have landing gear that actually does pop out, so we can stand it up properly, which is pretty nifty. So there we go. We have a landing. Now we do have a couple other things here. It looks like we have a bigger gun turret to add to it, and the side module to add to it. Now, I would say the side module probably goes right into this little place right there. Let's see if it does. Yep, fits in there nice and neat. Now, where this goes, I think I'm going to have to look at the instructions to see where that goes, because I'm not real familiar with this ship. Reading about it is one thing. Seeing it is something else. Okay, this is the side gun. That goes over on this side. There we go. And as you can see, all the stickers are already on it. In fact, this one looks like, I guess it is not. I thought it was coming off at first, but that's just the shadow line on the sticker. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of little stickers on here, both on the back, on the sides, on the cockpit. We've got them all over the place. Now, like I said, the middle portion of the ship is supposed to turn 90 degrees. So let's see if it does. There we go. And there we are. So kind of a very unique feature of the ship here. And there we have the back of it, so you can see the back. Well, you know, this almost looks like it could have lights or something in there. Let me look at the instructions and see if it says anything about it being lit. I'm not seeing anything about that. Let's see if it says anything on the box. Nope, doesn't say anything about it. But I am glad that I was able to pick this up. By the way, you pull this out a little bit and then it turns a lot easier. There we have it. Dash Rendar's Outrider. I keep saying Outrigger all the time. It's Outrider. I am so glad that I was able to pick this up now for my collection, because like I said, I did not see this in the stores at all. And yes, supposedly the cockpit does open up. Yep, there we go. So that you can actually put Dash Rendar in his seat. It's the only figure you're going to get in this cockpit. What do you think of this ship? I think it is awesome, especially since I couldn't get it anywhere else. And yes, granted, it's opened. Doesn't look like it's very well played with though, because it does seem to be, oh, there we go. I was kind of wondering why this had a lot of play, and now I see I did not have it closed all the way. You pop it open like that, and then you can spin it. And then when you're done, push it back together, and you've got just the solid ship. Well, there we go. The 3 action figures I was able to pick up from Shadows of the Empire, and Dash Rendar's Outrigger. Very cool. In case you're wondering, how much did I pay for this? Well, if I remember correctly, I think it was $60. I don't think he put a sticker on this at all. He was asking $60 for it. But then once we found out it was opened and he did discover the stickers were already put on, he knocked 10 bucks off. So I got it for 50 bucks, which I thought was reasonable. I didn't want to argue a whole lot with it. I might have been able maybe to talk him down another 5 bucks or something, but I didn't really want to do that. I was just happy to get this part of my collection. And in a way, I'm kind of glad it was opened already, because then I don't feel bad about opening it and playing with it. Now, I know you younger collectors probably have never seen this ship, but you older collectors, were you able to get this for yourself at the time that it was for sale? And if you did you open it up and play with it? Were you able to get all the action figures that came along with this? Like I said, I've got all the action figures. I think I've got the 3 smaller, or the 3 figures that have special little vehicles that you could wear or stand on. But I'm not sure if I got the snow speeder, which is showing on here, and the swoop with the swoop trooper. I need to find my tote that has all that in, but I think it's buried under other totes. Someday! Well, that takes care of this video. Hope you've enjoyed it. I know I enjoyed, especially going through this. This was fun for me. Hope it was fun for you too. Well, if you've liked this video, please hit that like button down below. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Maybe even hit that notifications bell so that you're notified when new videos come out. Until next time, may the Force be with you, and keep flying!